Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at the most popular AI tools of 2025. We'll be using this Techopedia article called Top 10 Most Popular AI Tools You Need to Use in 2025. And yeah, I mean, since ChatGPT kind of kicked off this whole AI craze, it seems like every day there's a new tool popping up. So today we're going to try to cut through the noise, see what's actually worth your attention.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise out there for sure.
Right.
Which is, I think, why these top 10 lists can be really useful.
Yeah, for sure. And the article kicks off with a pretty eye-opening stat. AI chatbot apps were downloaded 630 million times in just the first 8 months of 2024.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of people looking for these AI tools. But we're not just looking at chatbots in this deep dive. We'll be covering AI tools for photo edit and art generation research and more.
That sounds good.
So let's start with the one that everyone's talking about, the tool that really put AI on the map, ChatGPT. It's got over 200 million users, 4.75 billion monthly visits. It's insane. And I think ChatGPT's success is about more than just hype. I think it's a testament to the power of these large language models, LLMs.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating about ChatGPT is how versatile it is. I mean, it can answer complex questions, generate different creative text formats, write different kinds of creative content, even code. It's like a digital Swiss Army knife powered by AI. And the reason it can do all of this is because it's trained on this massive data set of text and code, so it can learn and adapt to a wide range of tasks.
Yeah, it really is pretty incredible. And they keep adding these cool new features. Like now, thanks to multimodal models, you can actually talk to ChatGPT or even show it a picture. It's not just about text anymore.
Right. Multimodal AI is definitely a game changer. It makes these tools way more intuitive and accessible. And as you said with those download numbers, it's clear that this is driving widespread adoption. AI is going mainstream.
Absolutely. And ChatGPT offers different pricing tiers, starting with a free option
Yeah.
and then going up to $20 a month for the paid plan. So that gives people some flexibility to experiment, see if it's a good fit for them.
Makes sense.
But ChatGPT isn't the only AI tool making waves. Let's talk about Remini, which is number 2 in terms of popularity. This one focuses on photo enhancement, and it's doing some pretty impressive things.
Yeah, I mean, Remini is a great example of AI being used to solve everyday problems. Think about all those old blurry photos that we all have. Well, Remini can enhance them to HD quality. It's like having a time machine for your memories. And they've also added this AI photos feature where you can train a model on your own pictures to generate new portraits. Kind of like having a personalized AI artist.
That's pretty good. I mean, and Remini has a huge following too, 100 million monthly active users and 15 million downloads a month. People are really eager to improve their photos with AI. Speaking of image enhancement, the next tool on the list is PhotoRoom, and this one takes a slightly different approach.
Yeah, PhotoRoom is all about user-friendliness. They want to make image editing really accessible even for people who aren't design experts. So you can remove backgrounds, retouch imperfections, add AI-generated backgrounds, or even create images from scratch using templates.
It's like a really powerful tool packed into a simple interface. And with over 150 million downloads, I think they're doing something right.
For sure.
Now, of course, we can't talk about AI without mentioning Google. They've got their own contender in the ring, Google Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini, which was formerly known as Bard. It's Google's answer to ChatGPT. It's a research assistant and chatbot, and it's powered by their latest LLMs, Gemini 1.5 Flash and Gemini 2.0 Flash. What I think sets Gemini apart, though, is that it gives you not just answers, but also citations, which adds this layer of credibility to the information it provides.
Yeah, that's really smart. And they've also added some cool features like multi-output, so you can be different perspectives on the same query. And they've integrated Imagen 3, which is their text-to-image generation tool. You can go from words to visual seamlessly.
All right, it's all about integration. All these different AI capabilities are coming together to offer this more holistic and powerful user experience.
I think you're right. And like ChatGPT Gemini offers both free access with a Google account and a paid upgrade for $19.99 a month for the more advanced features. Now, here's where our deep dive takes an interesting turn. The article highlights a tool that's making waves in the Chinese market.
Dubal.
Dubal is really interesting. It's developed by ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, and it's a free Chinese chatbot that's really taken off. It can answer questions, create content, generate images, even search the internet. And they have a few different model options: Dubal Lite, Dubal Pro, and Dubal Character. Each one caters to slightly different needs.
Yeah, and the article mentions that Dubal has 51.3 million active users, which is more than Baidu's Wangxian, another popular Chinese chatbot. It really shows that AI is a global phenomenon.
Oh, for sure. Dubal Success shows how important it is to understand AI development in different cultural contexts. I mean, this isn't just a Silicon Valley thing anymore. Innovation is happening all over the world. You're absolutely right, and we've covered a lot of ground so far. But there's still more to come. So stay with us as we continue our deep dive into the top AI tools of 2025.
Yeah, this is great stuff.
I know, right? There's so much to talk about. All right, so we've seen how AI is transforming communication research, even photo editing. But there's still so much more to explore. This Techopedia article highlights a few more tools that are really pushing the boundaries, and one that caught my eye was UpPhoto.
Yeah, UpPhoto is interesting because they're really focused on taking photo enhancement to a whole new level. They claim to be able to increase image resolution by up to 8 times.
8 times.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, imagine taking an old, low-resolution photo and making it incredibly sharp and detailed.
It sounds like magic. I mean, is that even possible?
Yeah.
Increasing the resolution that much without losing image quality?
It's a bold claim, for sure. I think the results probably vary depending on the original photo, but the fact that they're pushing those limits is really exciting. And UpPhoto also has this feature that lets you create AI portraits. It uses this face sweep tool that blends your face with different model filters. It's kind of like a virtual makeover studio.
That's pretty cool. So you can experiment with different looks and styles without any actual makeup or photo shoots.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to a tool that kind of blends photo editing with AI art generation.
Hipic. Yeah, and I think Hipic is a great example of this trend we're seeing, where a lot of these tools are starting to combine different AI capabilities. Hipic has a range of photo editing features, AI-powered enhancements, portrait beautification filters, templates, all that stuff. But what really sets it apart is its free online AI art generator. So you just type in a prompt and it creates a unique piece of art based on your words.
It's like having an AI artist at your fingertips.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder, right, with AI generating art, what does that mean for human creativity? Are we all just going to become art directors for machines?
That's a really good question. And there's no easy answer. I think some people would argue that AI is a tool that can actually augment human creativity and allow us to explore new ideas and push our boundaries. But then others worry that it could lead to a devaluation of human artistry. So it's something we need to watch closely, I think, as AI art becomes more sophisticated and more widespread.
Yeah, it's definitely a conversation worth having. But for now, let's shift our focus to another tech giant that's making a big push into AI, Microsoft. They got their own AI assistant called Microsoft CoPilot.
Yeah, and CoPilot is really interesting because it's all about integration. It's integrated with existing Microsoft products like Windows Edge and Word. So it's not about replacing those tools, it's more about enhancing them with AI capabilities.
So it's like having an AI sidekick that's always there to help you out, no matter what you're working on.
Yeah.
Smart. What kind of tasks can CoPilot handle?
Well, it uses GPT-4o to process text, images, and audio. So it can answer your questions, generate different creative text formats, even create images based on your instructions. And because it's connected to Bing, it can tap into all that information on the internet as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how both Microsoft and Google are integrating AI into their existing ecosystems. But our next tool shows that AI innovation isn't just happening within these big companies. Chatbot AI and Smart Assistant, which is developed by CodeSpace Digital, it's a great example of how smaller developers are making their mark in this space.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what they've done. I mean, it's built by an independent developer, but it manages to pack in a lot of the features you'd find in a more established chatbot. It can answer questions, write essays, generate different creative text formats, and even debug code in various programming languages.
Wow, so it's a very versatile tool, especially for students and programmers. It's a good reminder that AI is becoming increasingly accessible to developers of all sizes. And to wrap up our exploration of chatbots, let's look at AI chatbot Nova. This one's focused on breaking down language barriers.
Right. Nova stands out because of its multilingual capabilities. It supports over 140 languages, which makes it one of the most accessible chatbots out there. It can also generate images, and it even has a voice mode, so you can talk to it like you would a human assistant.
That kind of global accessibility is really important. As AI continues to evolve, we need to make sure that these tools are available to everyone, regardless of their language or location. We've talked a lot about individual tools, though. I'm curious to get your perspective on the bigger picture. What are some of the key takeaways from all of this? What does it all mean for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI is rapidly moving from the realm of science fiction to everyday reality. These tools are becoming increasingly powerful and accessible, and they're already having a significant impact on how we work, communicate, and create.
It's almost like AI is becoming this kind of invisible infrastructure for our digital lives.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But as we've seen, it's not just about automation and efficiency. AI is also enabling these new forms of creative expression and problem solving.
Exactly, and that's what makes this such an exciting time to be following the development of AI. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the possibilities it unlocks for individuals and for society as a whole. But it's also important to remember that AI is a double-edged sword. As these tools become more powerful, we need to be mindful of their potential impact on everything from privacy and security to employment and social equity.
Those are all really important considerations. We've still got a few more tools to cover, so stay with us as we delve deeper into the world of AI. So we've explored a whole bunch of AI tools in this deep dive, but it really feels like we've only scratched the surface.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so much happening in the world of AI right now, it's hard to keep up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as we wrap things up, I'm curious to get your perspective on the bigger picture. Like, where do you see AI heading in the next few years?
Well, I think one thing is for sure, AI is becoming more and more integrated into every aspect of our lives. From the apps we use to the way we work, even to how we create. AI is changing the game, and I think that trend is just going to accelerate in the coming years.
That makes sense. So what are you most excited about? What are some specific advancements that you think our listeners should keep an eye on?
Well, one area that I'm really interested in is the development of more sophisticated and more specialized AI models. We're already starting to see this, with tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, which are designed for language-based tasks. But I think we're going to see even more specialized models emerging, maybe for fields like medicine law or engineering.
So as AI models become more specialized, they'll be able to solve more complex problems and offer more tailored solutions.
Exactly. And that has the potential to really revolutionize those fields.
It's pretty exciting. But with all this focus on AI, some people are also getting worried about the potential downsides.
Right.
What are your thoughts on the ethical considerations surrounding AI?
Well, I think it's crucial to acknowledge that AI isn't a neutral technology. It's shaped by the data it's trained on and the people who develop it. So there's always a risk of bias, discrimination, and unintended consequences. As AI becomes more powerful, it's more important than ever to have open and honest conversations about these issues and to develop guidelines and regulations that ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly.
So it's not just about the technical advancements, it's also about the societal implications. We need to make sure that we're using AI in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So as we conclude this deep dive into the world of AI, what key takeaways would you leave our listeners with?
Well, I'd say first, embrace the possibilities. AI is transforming our world in incredible ways, and there's so much potential for innovation and positive change. Second, stay informed and engaged. AI is a rapidly evolving field, so it's important to stay up to date on the latest developments and to participate in conversations about its ethical and societal implications. And finally, don't be afraid to experiment. Try out these tools, explore their capabilities, and think critically about how they can be used to solve problems and improve your life.
Those are all fantastic points. It's been such a fascinating journey exploring these AI tools with you. As we navigate this new AI-powered landscape, it's clear that knowledge and awareness are more important than ever. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep imagining the incredible possibilities that lie ahead.